Hi, today I'm going to be telling you a ceremonial speech about Princess Diana. Princess Diana, as we all know, died in a horrible car accident in France, and they say it's the media's fault that she died that way because she was being chased at high speeds in a car. Um, Princess Diana was a woman of great importance. She did so much charity. She was the first woman slash person ever to take a picture um, touching somebody with AIDS and realizing that you can't catch AIDS just by touching people. They didn't really understand that in the 80s. Um, she is the mother of Prince William and Prince Harry. Um, and the ex-wife of Prince Charles. Um, Princess Diana's life when she was younger was, kind of regular. She went to school. She didn't really excel in school, but she excelled in sports and singing, and she really longed to be a ballerina, never the Princess of Wales. Um, her family had in with the royals, and her father, after the death of his grandfather, became the 8th Earl Spencer, um, and she acquired a title called known as the Lady Diana Spencer. When she was 19, there was some rules that had to be followed for not for princess, but for Prince Charles to follow when he was picking his bride. There was a lot of um, there's a lot of media on him on who he's going to pick and how he's going to pick them. The potential bride for the prince had to be of an aristocratic background, which she now was because of her father becoming the 8th Earl. And could not have been previously married, which she never was. She was Protestant and preferably a virgin, which she still was. Diana fulfilled all these needs. Reportedly, the prince's former girlfriend, Camilla, who is now his second wife, helped him select Diana as a potential bride, who she was working as an assistant at the Young England kindergarten in Pimlico. Buckingham Palace announced the engagement the February 24th of 1981. Camilla was dismissed by Lord Mountbatten of Burma as a potential spouse for the heir to the throne some years before, reportedly due to her age, 6 months older than the prince, her sexual experience, and her lack of suitability as an aristocratic lineage. The wedding took place at St. Paul's Cathedral in London on Wednesday, the 29th of July in 1981, before 3,500 invited guests. This included Camilla and her husband, a godson of Queen Elizabeth, and the Queen Mother. An estimated 1 billion television viewers around the world, which is huge. Diana was the first English woman to marry an heir to the throne since 1659. The reason for that is they usually tried to marry royals with royals. Upon her marriage, Diana became Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales, and was ranked as the third most senior royal woman in the United Kingdom after the Queen and the Queen Mother. The Prince and the Princess of Wales had 2 children, William and Harry. Um, and in the mid 1980s, um, their marriage started to falling apart. It was, um, you know, definitely the media probably twisted things around. But both Prince and the Princess of Wales allegedly spoke to the press through friends, accusing each other of the blame for the marriage's demise. Um, Charles resumed his relationship with Camilla, um, while Diana became involved with James Hewitt, and possibly later with James Gilby, with whom she was involved in the so-called Squiddy Gate affair. She later confirmed in a television interview with the affair of her riding instructor, alleged lover was false. Another alleged lover was a bodyguard assigned to the princess security detail. Um, Although the princess admittedly denied the sexual relationship with him. After their separation, Diana was allegedly involved with a married art dealer, Oliver Hoare, and a rugby player, Will Carling. She did publicly date heart surgeon Hanset Khan before becoming involved with Dodi Fade. Um, the prince and the princess were divorced by 1992. Um, and by 1996 the divorce was finalized. Um, the princess lost the title as Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales, and um, they and since she was the mother of the two first and second heir to the throne, um, they kept her name Princess Diana. Um, So she got to keep somewhat of a title because she was the mother of the two princes. Um, let's see. Starting in the mid to late 80s, Princess became well known for her support in charity projects, and is credited with considerable influences of her campaigns, the use of landmines, and helping victims with AIDS. Um, let's see. Um, Her most widely publicized charity appearance was her visit to Angola in January 1997 when serving as an International Red Cross VIP volunteer. She visited landmine survivors in hospitals, toured demining projects run by the Halo Trust, and attended mine awareness education classes about the dangerous mines admittedly surrounding home and villages. Um, the pictures of Diana touring the minefields in the ballistic helmet and flying jacket were seen worldwide. Um, in August of that year, she visited Bosnia with the Landmine Survivors Network. Um, Her interests in landmines were focused on the injuries they create, often to children, long after the conflict has finished. Um, let's see. Um, Also, uh, she was really big with AIDS, first woman to take a picture and everything. And on August 31st, 1997, Diana was involved in a car accident in France under a tunnel in Paris, along with her friend and lover Dodi Al-Fayed and their driver Henry Paul. Fade's bodyguard Trevor Rees Jones is the only person who survived the car crash. Um, The death of the princess was widely blamed on reporters that were reportedly hounding the princess and were following the vehicle at high speed ever since the word paparazzi has been associated with the death of the princess. Princess Diana is such a role model to me because she lived a quiet life and was put in the media not knowing what it would do to her life. She also married a man she didn't really love, she didn't really know all that well. Um, she put she always put others before herself, um, and she was recognized for that. She used her power of marrying into the royal family for good, not like a power hungry, driven person. Um, the charities that she did was remarkable. So many have also used this for an escape. She probably may have used all this for an scapegoat because her life as a princess as well, she was not used to it. Although in the picture she was always portrayed happy, this doesn't mean she was really happy. The media, it's the media. They do horrific things to people. Um, she also she also would go to charities without people knowing, except like her bodyguards, and she would have like without the media knowing either, and just be charitable and go see kids and children and all that stuff. Um, some say the paparazzi is what killed the princess on the night of the car crash because they were following her at such high speeds in the tunnel. Um, but she left her mark on this world, and she was just shy of what I would call a saint. She did everything, and she was a good person. Um, the person you want to be does exist somewhere on the other side